Hi everybody, welcome to Life After Mental Illness. I'm Bill MacPhee, your mental health recovery expert. And today what we're going to be covering is an interview that I did with Jean LaForge. Jean is the Executive Director of Mental Health Connections in Windsor, Ontario. And in our last vlog we did a tour of Connections. And then today what we're doing is we're interviewing Jean. And then come back tomorrow because I'm actually going to show you some of my talk that I did for her organization in Windsor. So you'll see some of that footage there. So very good. So remember, hope you enjoy this video. And remember, there is life after mental illness. And recovery is when you wouldn't want to be anyone other than who you are today. Have a great day. Okay, we're here at Mental Health Connections. I just had a tour. Thank you, Jean, for showing me around. And I'm not sure if a few folks heard some of our conversation or have that. You might have had just some music over the tour. But we'll talk a little bit about the Connections here with Jean. So, Jean, you're the Executive Director, and you told me that you serve around 100 people that come in and out of this place on a daily basis. And you've shown me, you know, that there's different healthy mind classes, healthy body classes, life skills classes. So there's a whole huge schedule here of what people do here and different things like that. Now, Jean, you're just maybe talk a little bit about the history of this organization, the history of Mental Health Connections. How long has this been in operation, and when did you come? And can you give me a little history on the program?
We began in April of 2004, and I came in as the first executive director. I was an ombudsman with Canadian Mental Health, just over there, sort of minding my business, doing my work.
And where was that location? Where were you? Here in Windsor?
At Canadian Mental Health.
In Windsor,
at 1400 Windsor Avenue.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And so, but they needed somebody who had administrative skills and who had skills in mental health to come and start an organization. So then I was invited to take that role on, and I did it, and I came on to secondment for a one-year period, and of course then the rest is history. When you see what you can create and what you can offer to our clients, because every client who comes through our door, they're not a number. There's somebody's loved one, there's somebody's brother, their sister, their aunt, their mother, their father, and so we like to treat everybody with respect and dignity. And we don't judge people on their behavior. We're able to look beyond the behavior and into the person to see, you know, what's happening with them and how we can help them move forward. Because Mental Health Connections offers psychosocial rehabilitation services, which are basically recovery strategies. And so we want to help people recover and have some meaning in their life. Because sometimes people, you know, like years ago, people would go to the doctor, get their prescription, go home, sit on the couch, smoke cigarettes, or do whatever, and there was no meaning or value in their lives. So we like to offer all of these strategies. We have a lot of psychoeducational programs where people can learn about their illness. We have the WRAP program, the Wellness Recovery Action Plan, where people are able to learn about their illness, about their triggers, because sometimes it's very difficult for people when they don't know what their triggers are. And it's hard to put coping skills when people don't understand their triggers. So that's a really important piece in the WRAP program. And they also then learn about coping skills. They develop a toolbox, and they also develop a crisis plan. So they do that when they're well. So then when they're not so well, they have a plan in place already. So this is really helpful.
And I imagine you have a good connection with the local hospital here in Windsor. Is there a psychiatric hospital here in Windsor?
Yes, there is.
There is.
There's Hotel de Grace, Community Health Care, Windsor Regional Hospital, and we have staff and clients who go out and visit the clients in each hospital and connect with them. We also connect with the Southwest Detention Center. We had a meeting over there yesterday, and we're looking at doing a type of proposal to help maybe get a staff person, where we can
Right.
have a staff person go into the jail
Right.
and provide programs to people in the mental health unit there.
And how many staff right now do you have here at Connections?
We have 10 full-time staff, we have 7 part-time staff,
Mhm.
and then we have about 25 vocational staff.
Oh,
And the
okay.
vocational staff consists of clients who are here, who have been through a lot of the programs,
Mhm.
and who are now getting ready to move out into the community, and so we give them that opportunity
Right.
to help with structure and
Right. And how is that in the community? Obviously, one part of recovery is that supportive housing, having a place over your head, the clean place and a dry place and a warm place
Right.
and that. And is that a problem here in Windsor? Is there hard to place people in the community?
Oh,
It's
yeah.
always a challenge. Is
It's
that?
always a challenge,
Uh-huh.
because it's very difficult. A lot of the programs that we offer here are based on self-actualization.
Mhm.
However, as I mentioned downstairs with food, if somebody comes here and they haven't had any food for the day,
Right.
they don't have any, I mean, it's hard to self-actualize when you're hungry,
Right.
or when you're homeless,
Mhm.
or when, those basic needs are not met.
Right. Right.
So it's very...
And Jean, who are you funded by? Where is your funding coming
We're
from?
funded from the Ontario Ministry of Health through
Uh-huh.
the local health integration network.
Uh-huh.
So this is why the LIN funds our programs,
Mhm.
and it makes it more stable,
Right.
especially when people are have emotional issues and
Mhm.
that type of thing.
Mhm.
When something is taken away, it's hard for them to accept that.
Right. Are you the only mental health agency for here in Windsor, or that doing this? What makes your program unique? What is unique about Connections?
Well, we're not the only agency. We have Canadian Mental Health Association, who
Ah.
also provides a lot of case management services. We're the only agency who provides the psychosocial rehabilitation.
I see.
And we have, out of our 10 full-time staff, we have 8 certified staff in psychosocial rehabilitation, who helps them understand that where they're coming from. It's not about an authoritative position.
Mhm.
It's about working with our clients and
Right.
having them participating
Right.
in their goal plan, and so that the results they get are the results they want,
Mhm.
not results that we push
Right.
up on them to
Right.
say they need to do.
And I really sense the sense of passion and compassion that you have for not only the clients here with your staff, and that's what people need, right?
Mhm.
And understanding, because life for most people, everybody's just trying to eke out a living and do the best they can. And when you have a mental illness on top of that, it's not that easy, is it?
That's right.
And you see all kinds of people, and
Mhm.
that's great. So,
Mhm.
what you were telling me, I just wanted to, before we close, I just wanted to tell you, you mentioned you had an event last night, the
Yes.
talent show and everything. Talk about that. Tell me a little bit about that night.
Well, we have an annual talent show, and then our clients work really hard during the year to hone up their skills on singing
Right.
and piano and guitar. We had some people dancing last night as well. We have a music teacher who comes in and teaches the piano and guitar and singing and that type of thing.
Yeah.
So, they work hard throughout the
Yeah.
year, and then they sign up to go in the
Yeah.
talent show.
Yeah.
And
It-
it's a wonderful evening.
You know what?
Yeah.
I'm very impressed. You're doing a lot, like the music therapy. They're teaching people to play instruments and vocal with the person you said comes in and does that. That's great. And I had a chance to go in and see the art group. They were learning the art and doing that. And it's I just love seeing people's potential and the different gifts and talents that they have. And you may see somebody and not have a clue about them, and they may have some kind of a gift or a talent that they do better than anybody else, and it might be hidden, but it's there. And I love to see that potential. I love to see that art class, them working there in the music, and really, really neat. So
Absolutely.
yes, that's
We also have we have some very talented artists. As a matter of fact, the lady over here, if I can just show you the picture.
Sure.
Hi, thank you for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and follow me on Facebook and Twitter. And also be able to send me your questions at bill@billmcphee.ca. As well, for more information, go to billmcpheerecoveryexpert.com. Links will be in the description below. Come back for another vlog tomorrow, and remember, recovery is when you wouldn't want to be anybody else other than who you are today. And there is life after mental illness. Have a great day.